Lift Live, not pre-Lift Live, pre-Arm Wrestling Live. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm going to wait a little bit before we start talking about all the good stuff. The link is in the description. If anyone is watching, wants to hop on and, hang out, talk about some arm wrestling stuff. For some reason, this lemon drink is not very lemony, even though it looks like it. Very interesting. What's up, Sailor? Should see you soon. It's Tuesday. In case you forgot, we got practice today. Speaking of practice, I know it's a little last second. We got practice in 43 minutes. But if you're in the area, feel free to join practice. It's gonna be good. Sailor says can't make it, got car trouble. Yep, that's the season. 'Tis the season, car trouble. What's up, Josh? The link's in the description if you want to hop on. We'll be talking until someone shows up for practice. It's supposed to start at 5. So people should be here at 5. Getting close. Last bits of training before my match with Shane Shaw. Today's Saturday. Maybe Tuesday, depending on how the training is today and Saturday. And here's that camera guy. Let's see.
What is going on, my brother?
Living the dream. We'll talk about arm wrestling. Well, actually, we talk about car trouble stuff, but we'll get to arm wrestling stuff eventually. Brian and Sailor having some car trouble too. So it is the season. That's what we were talking about.
Well, Dustin's in the chat.
Well, what's up, Dustin? Good to see you. I know you're all the way up there in Maine, but maybe you can make it to practice if you talk to Drew and find his teleporter. But that'll be good. Anything exciting happened with you, Josh, since this morning?
No. Just doing a little research on some techie things I'm not going to get into because it'll scare the 6 people that we have in the chat away.
Yep, scare all of them and confuse at least half of them.
Yep.
What Dustin says, he definitely needs the teleporter. Yeah, Drew's being stingy though. He's not sharing it. That's probably smart not to share it, but
bastards.
It'd be nice. Let's see. What's the main event? Is that for East versus West? Is that Devin and Vitaly? Is that the main event? No, it's Michael Todd and Levon.
I was gonna say it's Michael and Levon.
Okay, yep. Oh. Yeah, I'm excited. I keep on forgetting. I keep on getting all mixed up, but I'm excited for that match.
It's gonna be a good one.
It definitely does.
Well, Yeti, let's talk about maybe arm wrestling then, because that seems like a pretty bummy situation, my brother.
Yeah, arm wrestling is a little more fun.
Yeah.
I would definitely say so.
I mean, would feel for your brother, but It's not. I don't think that's one thing that we want to talk about, man. But if you got any arm wrestling questions, powerlifting questions, feel free to ask Big Nick here.
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer them, or at least give it the old college try, as some people like to say. Well, let's see. What's Josh, at your practice, what's the, like, say in the last year, what's the average number of people turnout? Like, what's your average number wise turnout?
Probably anywhere from 6 to 10 is an
All right.
average turnout. It's
All
not
right.
big, but it's certainly not small.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm just curious. Because when I went, there's probably what was it, like 8 guys probably? With me and Brian, probably 10.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Yeah, that's a good practice.
Yeah, sometimes there's people standing around and all the tables are full. So you got 4 tables, 8 people.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, you guys got a line of tables. I thought you guys had more than 4. I thought you had 5 or 6. But it's 4?
Nah, 4.
Okay. I must have been all amped up, seeing double that day.
Well, no, it's you got everybody on the big machines too, because you got all the powerlifting
Oh, yeah.
machines, the specialized machines for massive individuals like yourself.
Absolutely. Dustin says arm wrestling is what keeps me in shape. Yeah, man, me too. Definitely a good workout, plus it helps, it makes you motivated to lift weights. So I feel you, man. That's good.
Yes, sir. All right. Oh, I see we got 5 people in the chat. She do us a favor. She smash them thumbs up. Doesn't cost you a thing. Greatly helps out the channel. If you're going to be here in Troll, you might as well at least give us a thumbs up before you catch your ban.
The old hammer. Well, yeah, definitely appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up. Mike, what's up, man? He says arm wrestling guys. We definitely
Yes,
are
sir.
arm wrestling guys. Well, that's good stuff. How many band workouts did you do today, Josh? Did you do just that one, or did you do multiple so far?
No, there was like 3 already, and I was literally, as you're saying that, I was like, and you grabbed it, and then I
That's
stopped.
funny. I've read your mind. That's good. That's good. It wouldn't be a video without, little band tugging.
Yeah. Oh man, we got that famous drink, that lemon drink.
It's sometimes it tastes a lot better. For some reason, the lemon, it's very yellow, but it's not very lemony. But
Don't
that's what
drink.
happens.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
I've made that mistake before. That's funny. What's up, Brian?
Tangy.
Laurel,
Laurel,
what's
what's
up,
going
Laurel?
on?
Well, all right. Sailor says I had a doctor appointment yesterday. Blood pressure was 160 over 76, best ever. I credit it to arm wrestling. Oh, very nice. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Especially before. I remember you were going through some kind of health stuff, so I'm glad things are looking good on the test. Plus, you're looking pretty good on the table, so I think that's even a better sign. I'm no doctor, but some people call me Dr. Nick. At least in the
Stayed
other
at a
line.
Holiday Inn Express last night.
What's that?
It's like that commercial. Are you a doctor, sir? No, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last
Oh
night.
yeah, yeah. I've stayed there at least once or twice. So it classifies. But yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. Let's see. I know I probably have the advantage for this question, Josh, but I was just about to ask you, who do you think is going to be the first one to show up at practice today? Usually, lately it's been Brian and Sailor, but they're not going to be able to make it today. So I'll give you. I'll limit it down. So far, I think it's going to be Mike, the tall guy. You call him the tall guy.
Tall
Big
bald
Nick.
guy.
Yep, tall bald guy. Big Nick, Bill, and I don't know if you met him before, but Brandon. I don't think you met him that day, but that's what I think. Who's going to be at practice today? Which one of those you think is going to be the first guy?
Mike.
That's a
Maybe.
good guess.
I'm gonna say Mike.
Yeah, that's a good guess. That's what I would have gone. I would have gone Mike.
Oh, the
You know?
bands. Green, red, yellow. What brand? I don't know. Jacko Fox, whatever I can get super cheap off of Amazon.
Yeah, I would say get if you're buying bands, buy the cheap ones. You know what I mean? Because they're rarely the same. You know what I mean? Unless it's like you're doing something for powerlifting where you need bands to be exactly the same. Because you have two bands on each side of the barbell. You know, but you remember how much that set cost, Josh?
No, this is not the full set. There's a couple other bands. There's a couple more colors, but I only use these three for warm up. Yeah, Jamaican flag. Yeah, we said that the other
Oh yeah,
day.
that's funny.
Ivan said he can't wait to see you with Chance live. It's gonna be a
What's up,
banger.
man? Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's coming up quick, which is good. But trained hard. We got a little bit of training left. I think we got definitely at least two hard trainings. Maybe next Tuesday. I'm not sure. We're gonna see how today and Saturday goes. But it's gonna be a good match. And thanks for bringing that up, Ivan. Because this would be a perfect time to say it. December 6th, I'll be facing Chance Shaw, the main event at the Natty Wars 2. If you want to see it, you have two opportunities. Your first one is in person. You're going to buy tickets. They have regular seats, also a few VIP seats. If you aren't able to make it, your next best bet is to get the pay-per-view on the Natty Bros YouTube channel. You're gonna have to become a member to their channel, and you'll be able to see the whole entire card. It's a wicked card. I mean, they got Marshall Barboza. They got a whole bunch. I think there's 13 matches, maybe more. I can't remember. There might be more than that, but it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it is all super matches, I believe.
Yep, all super matches. I don't think with all those super matches, I don't think there'll be any time for a tournament.
No, man, it'd be forever.
Yeah.
You'd have people leaving.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, definitely. A lot of people would leave. Probably the super dedicated would stay, but they still would probably complain a little bit. But what do you think about how a lot of tournaments will have super matches before the tournament usually? What do you think about like a 2-day event? Because that's what we did with the Dungeon Super Series and Turtle Man 2. We did Friday, Saturday. What's your
Well,
opinion on a 2-day event?
well, the first Winter Blast that I did was a 2-day event. We had the majority of the super match is Friday night, the night before, and we had a totally different setup for the next day. We had, set up for the tournament. When you set up, I like super matches kind of separate and not set up for a tournament, and instead with one camera right on there. I just like if you're gonna have super match cards, let's just keep it a super match card. That way you can have just one table. You have all your cameras, all your angles on that one table, and you know what I mean. If you gotta switch it, you can change everything tomorrow to what tomorrow is gonna be, rather than you essentially either got to do all that in one day, or you got to what am I trying to say here? You're either going to do it all in one day, meaning set up 2 times, or you're going to have it in 2 days. And I think 2 days would be easier. But I've done them both ways because we do tournaments. Every tournament we do has super matches before it. So not my thing, but it's whatever.
I feel you. There's definitely pros and cons to both, you know. I mean, I think the only con really is just the extra travel. You know, that the 2 day event. You know, if you're not super close, you're kind of forced into getting a hotel. But I like the 2 day event better because I feel like it doesn't one thing doesn't take away from the other.
Well,
You know,
yeah, because you will have that. You'll have people that want to see both, but then you'll want people that just want to see the super matches, and then there's going to be people there for the tournament. More people come to watch, I think, super matches than they do tournaments because the pullers, you've got a million pullers. So what you think is a big audience, I think half the time is pullers. So I guess it just depends. So many variables. I don't know. I'm a fan of separating them. Keep it nice and basic. I'm a fan of separating them.
yeah, me too, me too. Um, well, let me read some of these comments. Let's see. Um, Ivan says, "Honored to fight on the same card as you." I appreciate that, Ivan. There's so many matches. Who are you pulling, Ivan? There's so many matches. I still didn't see them all. Who's your opponent? Dustin says he likes the 2 day event. Let's see. Sailor says, "Me, Brian, and Carolyn are the golden ticket seats right behind VIP. Can't wait to meet Carolyn." Yeah, she's excited too. We've been talking, and she's been training, Sailor. She wants to pull you. She's been training hard. So Laurel says, "Do you have to be a certain weight to do arm wrestling?" No, you could be any weight. I mean, there's weight classes. The only thing you can't do is if you are heavier than the weight class, you cannot arm wrestle down. But if you're lighter, you can arm wrestle as many classes up as possible. So I think I think there's classes as light as 90 pounds or something like that. I mean, they're usually not at most tournaments, but at Worlds, I think they have I know there's at least a 113. I'm not super familiar with the ladies' weight classes, but I know it would definitely be lighter than that. I would think, especially at Worlds. Ivan said, "Doesn't matter who he's pulling, the wrist is mine." All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm excited to see whose wrist you're taking, but we'll see. I don't understand what Daniel wants to see, but I tell you what, you might see it on the members only channel of Stone TV. So if you're looking for something, maybe become a member because you just might find what you're looking for. If not, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. There's the first ever Dungeon Super Series is on there. The first of its kind, the Dungeon Super Series, 9 incredible matches. Laurel says I'm 175. So that's a good class. That's a pretty competitive class. I want to. Now Sailor's in the chat, so she's probably correcting me if I'm wrong. But I think there's a class that's 155, and I think maybe 165, 175. But if it's not a one set, I think it's either 165 to 185, or there might be that 175 pound too. But either way, if you're thinking about competing, I would say don't worry about your weight. Just just train, feel good, go for some experience. That's what I would say. Ivan says you versus Chance is huge. How you feeling? Yeah, it's definitely a big match. It definitely is a big match. I feel good. I feel really good. Still got a little bit of hard training left, so I still got to put in some good work. But we find out December 6th how good it's going to be. So I think, I can't say his name, we'll call this guy N. He wants to know, I think, are either one of us a DJ? He says, DJ, question mark. Have you ever been a DJ in your past?
Yeah.
Yeah or no? I didn't hear you.
No DJ in here, buddy. Nah.
Yeah, me neither. If it makes you feel better, my uncle was a DJ in the 80s and 90s, maybe even 2000s. That's funny.
Yeah, we all know what he's alluding to. Trolls can't spell, bro. Trolls just can't spell.
I don't know what he's talking. Oh,
Bravo, Juliet.
Dustin got his tickets. That's what I'm talking about. We'll see Dustin December 6th. So let's see. Sailor says you and I would be the same weight class, Laurel. I'm 163 currently. All right, that class is getting competitive.
Don't forget that thumbs up, y'all. We got 90 in here and only 4 thumbs up.
Yeah, I think we could do some more thumb upping, And I always like to say, if you're feeling crazy, hit the thumbs up, unhit the thumbs up, and then hit it a second time.
Oh, man. This one? Strong and pretty? Robert Oberst. He's a world's strongest man. I mean, I don't think he ever won a world title, but Robert Oberst, Big Obi. He's now into arm wrestling. I followed him back when he was in Strongman. Obi's a cool dude.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good, very entertaining guy to watch when he competes. Who did he pull? He pulled Nick Best. No, not Nick Best. The British strongman, right? The last East versus West. Didn't he pull that British strongman, or am I confusing him with someone?
Come on, Eddie Hall. I just gave it to you.
He pulled Eddie Hall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And now I remember. He won the first match, but Eddie won the next 3 or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie had to contain him with a strap. Had to. But Obi just ran out of steam for a brand new guy. He had the power to beat Eddie. He just didn't have the stamina. You know what I mean?
That will change. You said he's a new guy. Just need some more time to get conditioned.
Hey, give me a second. I gotta take this call from my wife.
Ah, man. So let's see. Laurel says Sailor will break my arm. LOL. No, she's nice to new athletes. She's nice to them, so she'll keep you safe, or as safe as you can. Eva says, "I love your hats, guys. We appreciate that." tattoos. And he also asks, how many tats do both of you have? I don't know about Josh, but I got a couple. So Sailor says this is the classes for the women's weight classes. Under 135, 136 to 155, 156 to 175, and 176 plus for women's weight class. Okay. Now, what is that for? Which federation, which tournament did you look up for those weight classes? Let's see. See, that's what I was saying, Laurel. You know, Sailor says she'll be nice to you. She'll be nice to you. But should be good. So let's see. What time is it? Oh, 4:42. The guy should be here soon. We got, 18 minutes. Unless someone shows up early.
I'm the only one that shows up early.
Very true. Very true. Usually depend, sometimes Brian Sailor show up early. Mike shows up early if he's not building walls. But I don't know if you'll be early today. If you're still coming to practice, we'll stay late if you feel like coming last second,
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Sailor says the most commonly used. Okay, all right. Sailor, do you know if East versus West is Gabby and Barbora? Isn't that the 220 class, or is that the 176 plus? Because if that's the last weight class, 176 and plus, Barbora got a pretty big gap, in strength and in size.
Barbora is like 6'6".
Yeah, I mean, she's. I've never seen her in person, only videos.
She's huge.
She's good. Big, good, smart, fast. And I think she's pretty young, especially for an arm wrestler, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think she's like 280 pounds or something like that,
Fucking almost 100 pounds more than me.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I wonder if I wonder if she was always big or if she had like a really big growth spurt, you know what I mean?
I'd like to pull her just to see how fucking strong she is.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. You probably have, you probably couldn't be nice to her. You
probably have to fucking give it might get my ass whipped.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I don't know what those girls' levels are on. I have no idea.
I remember seeing a video of Gabby pulling Michael Todd like from years ago, and Michael Todd was holding her, but the whole entire time he was like, "What the hell? This is crazy." So I can only imagine, how powerful these ladies are.
I mean, I don't know. The Whisperer looked like he was doing pretty good against Gabby. At one time when he did a little video, I don't know if you saw that one. He likes to do a video. It looks like inside of like a GNC. Like they'll pull a table in and do like little videos inside a GNC pulling. I believe he did one with Gabby.
Okay, you know what? I think I might have seen something like that. I think. But yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to go watch. I'll have to go back and watch that because that's interesting. It was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Probably
Years?
within a couple years.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure
Yeah.
Gabby's a lot stronger, and so is the Whisperer. Is that what he goes by still? The Whisperer? Or
I think so.
okay.
You know, the old whisperer.
Holy shit. She's 6'2", 269. That's a
They
big
lied.
girl.
They lied to us. They did the old WWE to us. They got us. I could
Maybe.
have I could have swore I saw a 6'5" on the East versus West. You know
I thought I did
maps.
too. Whatever.
But
6'2". She's still bigger than me.
yeah, you know that's definitely a big lady. And for our sport, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. Adam Brooks,
Exactly,
what's up,
man.
man? He's laughing at the WWE. One thing that I think um, people should take from WWE, I think for arm wrestling is try to get smaller referees. You know what I mean? To make the athletes look bigger. I think that would be something to think about. I know most athletes at the big stage are giant, but can make them look even bigger.
Or you can just be as big as Brian Shaw.
I think a lot of people would like to be that big, but I don't know if they'll make it there in time.
Bro, I don't know if I'd ever want to be that big. The amount of food that it would. I know the amount of food that it takes to maintain at 195. I can't imagine what the food intake is to maintain. What is he, 6'8",
Something like that, yeah.
370?
370 lean.
It's ridiculous. He's literally a fucking titan. He's a walking titan.
Yep.
Him, Thor, half Thor, they're massive.
And they're athletic too, which makes it even more crazy.
They're just huge, man.
Let's see. Sales Gabby is 5'1" and 200 pounds. I thought she was heavier than that. I thought she was at least 220, but still, that's big at 5'1". And Sales says they are both in the super heavyweight class. That's where they belong. That's definitely where they belong.
What do the ladies top out at? What are the where you don't even have to worry about weighing in? Don't say
Right,
super heavyweights because there's
right
got to
now,
be a weight.
we were talking about it a little bit before when you were, on the phone. But right now, it's 176 plus. That's what we found.
Okay, okay.
So Gabby's got a pretty good. She's definitely ahead of that weight class. I meant well, Gabby too, but I meant Barbora. Almost 100 pounds heavier than the before it starts. I wonder if Barbora has the thought, like, I wonder if she wants to get bigger. Like, I wonder if she thinks about like getting like to 300 pounds. I wonder if that's on her mind. You know,
I don't know. I have no idea.
you know, just,
I don't think for me it would be weight. I think I'd be just focusing on strength, you know, without trying to add on a bunch of fluff.
yeah, that would definitely be ideal. But I was curious if the female super heavyweights have the same thinking as the male super heavyweights. Everyone's trying to get bigger, stronger. They're trying to push that level up. I wonder if it's the same thinking in the ladies super heavyweight.
Well, since Gabby, since we know that you listen, jump on in. Why don't you You let me know. I'll jump off, and you could jump on and explain it to us.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's see. Sailor says that's the most recent weight I could find, but they have waited more the day of their event. I'll have to go back and watch their match and see. Yeah, me too. I have to go back and see. Well, it's going to be good. So maybe this would be a good time to say, if you haven't followed Josh's channel, this would be a good time to follow it. That Camera Guy 98. He's got a whole bunch of good videos on there. High quality. I know you guys like high quality videos. That's a channel to check out.
Like that high quality H2O.
Nothing but the best. Nothing but the best.
He was blessed. What did he say? It was blessed by an Arctic shaman.
Let's see.
What's the matter with the guys? They ain't showing up to the practice yet?
What time
You
is it?
better,
Is it late?
you better start whipping. It's 4:52.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a there's a tournament going on this Saturday, so it may be a I know I want to go hard, but I don't know if it might just be two new guys are the only ones that are going hard, and I don't know if it would be a good idea. I can't really go hard on new guys, but we're gonna see how it goes. Might be a laid back practice. There's a tournament in Connecticut this Saturday. Sailor says I'm scared of the heavyweights. I want to lose weight and be in a lighter class. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. But I do think if you get down to a lighter class, I think you'll definitely like that down there. You know what I mean? I think you'll be, your power will definitely show more. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but also too, I'm sure you know this already, Sailor. Sometimes the ladies category, it ends up just being one class, just because depends on the turnout.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. Sign up in a class. Next thing you know, you're bumped into just pull. Sorry, we only got like 4 women.
Yep. That's what happens a lot of times. So, we got to get more ladies out there. We got to get the arm wrestling side of the ladies sport to grow. I think it definitely is, not as fast as the men's, but I think it definitely is growing, at least from what I see, because my first like 3 or 4 tournaments, I didn't see any ladies, or if I did, it was usually one, and they had the choice of either going into the men's class or not pulling, and most, I definitely understand why a lady doesn't want to go into the men's class, I definitely understand that.
Well, that's
But
got to be discouraging.
it looks like we were both right. Mike is here. So, Josh, is there anything else you want to say to the people before we hop off?
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate that. Before we leave, do us a favor, a nice solid, hit that thumbs up button. Greatly helps out the channel. Doesn't cost you a thing. You got anything else, Nick?
No, man, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see our arm wrestling training, it's going to be on the members only video, so definitely check that out. But thanks for joining, Josh. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.